One of the key things that I have come to understand over the years of working in this industry is that healing is something that is actually very misunderstood, and that it wasn't really until I understood what healing actually is that my own health turned around, and the quality of practice I was able to, or the quality of service I was able to offer clients dramatically turned around. And that is that we tend to think of healing as something that somebody applies to you, they do it to you. So you go and have a massage, or you go and have a psychology session, or whatever it is. If you go to a physio or a chiropractor and they do something to you, and that's the healing. But what I came to understand is that healing actually in itself is not a therapy that's applied to you. It's the restoring of something intact within you. And that's not to say you can't be relieved of symptoms or relieved of a condition through the application of a therapy, but the actual healing of a condition is based on what led to that condition being present in the first place. So if that's not addressed, then the condition will reoccur. And if we don't address if we don't actually restore the intactness of the being within us prior to developing that condition, then we haven't actually healed. And that nobody can actually apply a therapy that does that for you. All they can do is facilitate a space in which you can reconnect or restore that connection to your own being and the intactness of that being prior to the development of a condition. And that may require the nomination of what it is that led to that. Whatever that process is, there are many ways back to that intactness. However, the healing itself is the restoring of that intact being, because the intactness of that being that we are is what gives the body its sense of ease, the settlement that's in it, the harmonious flow that we have when we actually have that connection to that being. And that's the healing. So the healing factor is one that's within us. So the healing is our own. It can be facilitated by someone, and in fact what I discovered is that you can't facilitate that healing in someone else unless you've done that for yourself. And so as a practitioner, it was impossible for me to facilitate that reconnection in a client until I had actually reconnected and restored that intactness of my own being. And from there, it's a natural process through the therapies that I apply and through the conversations that we have, or the discussions that we have in consultation. It's that intactness that is carried that allows the client to reconnect to theirs. So in that sense, it's an energetic exchange, but it's not something that's given or imposed. It's something that is offered and allowed and accepted and allowed in the other person.